it's time for Emperor John Wayne's Freaky Flicks, starring the man who made Oshkosh famous, Emperor John Wayne Frankenstein.
And also starring the most famous man to ever escape the abysmal dark void of Ripon, Wisconsin, Uncle Spicy!
John Wayne Frankenstein, the Emperor Supreme, with his ribcage exposed, he's a megalomaniac dream. A top hat tilted, creepy shades on his face. He's here to conquer worlds and leave no trace of grace. Reality bends to me, cause physics is a sham. I drank a bottle of Everclear and didn't give a damn. He struts into Wisconsin Bronx, popping booze on tap. Zombies grab a fork, humans are the new snack wrap. Oh, John Wayne, with your sinister grin, join the undead king where the chaos begins. Chugging Everclear, laughing gross in the night. Zombies marching with you for their equal rights. John Wayne, you terrifying beast. On bratwurst and chaos, you're hosting a feast. Undead rise up, physics gets canned. The top hat tyrant rules the land. So lock up your booze, hide the cheese curds tight. The undead apocalypse starts tonight. He's creepy, chaotic, a madman divine. Bow to the legend, John Wayne Frankenstein.
Should I introduce you sometime as Emperor John Wayne Frankenstein?
If you like, Igor. Or should I call you Uncle Spicy?
Igor doesn't quite work since that's not my name.
No, it does
But
not.
if I called you Frankenstein, it would probably be appropriate.
Indeed. For those of you who haven't guessed yet, I am the king of cringe,
He's cringy.
the master of misery,
He's miserable.
your ghost toast with the
And
most.
he's got a lot.
I am a lot.
He is
a
a lot.
whole
He's
lot.
too much.
Too much indeed.
Too much.
Too much to handle. Too cold to hold. You call the Ghostbusters and they're in control. I
that was scary.
am Emperor John Wayne Frankenstein, also known as God.
Man.
And joining me as always is my co-host.
Uncle Spicy, the Sultan of Shenanigans.
And together we are the Booze Brothers.
So if you're a god, does that make me a demigod?
Yes,
Ooh, the demigod of Shenanigans.
indeed.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yes. Actually, you're probably a full-out god of shenanigans.
Oh, yeah.
Just not the main god of the JWK, but the co-god, so it's all good. After all, we do come from outside time and space in your reality. We're just animating these bodies that...
I would satisfy for being a trickster god because that's pretty close.
Indeed. Well, shenanigans includes being a trickster and
Yes.
other stuff. Kind of like you're always clowning around.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, I want to apologize for inflicting the clown on you the other day. But hey, if it makes you feel any better, even when I'm not with him, he causes problems. He put a bumper sticker on my car that says, I brake for Wattolds.
Oh,
You know how
God.
dangerous that is to wear
Oh,
that when
God.
you're going through Kakana?
Yeah, you don't want to have a Watto
No,
as
because
you.
when they think that you're going to stop for them and you don't, they get nasty. That was very, very scary.
Oh, boy.
I mean,
I'm drinking this just to wash my mind, to forget about that.
I know,
situation.
and it's bad. It's bad. And I apologize for that part.
Well, in any case, tell them what we do here on Emperor John Wayne's Freaky Flicks.
We do all sorts of things, but we're not going to get into that. This is all about movies, cult movies, classic movies, comedy, sci-fi, fantasy, horror, but most of all, cheesy movies. We love cheesy movies because, we're in Wisconsin. Cheese capital of the world.
And the beer capital of the world. The perfect place for the Booze Brothers
That's right.
to be hosting scary movies.
Scary enough, but, scary movies on top of it.
We have a great science fiction horror cult classic today.
Oh, we sure do.
It's one of my personal favorites.
One of many personal favorites.
Yes. It's called The Brain That Wouldn't Die. Although, oddly enough, when they were making it, they originally called it The Black Door. But then they changed the name once they...
I think there was a movie with Boris Karloff called The Black Door. Maybe that's why they changed it.
That must be why they decided to change the name to the brain that wouldn't die.
And that movie's nothing like this. Nothing like this. Not plot-wise, and also the fact that the Black Door is actually... But that's not, this isn't, but it's traditionally.
There is a movie that has a lot in common with this one that we've done in the past called The Head. But actually, this one's way more fun, I think.
Well, you know, there's certain archetypes that you do over and re-explore and kind of play with. You're going to find similarities in movies like
Although I do think The Head was more disturbing and freaky. Because, I mean, you had this guy, this guy who they hooked up to this machine that didn't want to be hooked up. It was begging them to just let him die. Well,
that's another movie.
Yeah.
We should probably stick to that movie on hand.
That is correct.
Otherwise, they're going to be watching and saying, where's the guy who's begging to not...
should. In any case, it's time for us to rate our stash to help us watch this trash. Today I have ketchup-flavored nacho chips.
Cringy and horrible right there.
And I love ketchup.
He does.
And I love nachos.
He does. Watching him eat is not for the squeamish. We should have probably warned him about that. I hope you weren't drinking or eating anything at the time, because it's going to come back on you. That's going to come back on him. And hopefully not on you. Oh, boy. Oh, I just can't.
Ketchup. Oh, ketchup. Beer. Everclear.
You know, at some point they're going to make a movie and they're going to pour ketchup on someone as like to supply blood or gore. He will sneak into the frame and start looking at ketchup.
I might end up eating the person.
Right.
It might be a cannibal movie. Oh my!
There goes the sale of ketchup in the city of Oshkosh for by 75% when you start saying that.
In any case, I guess it's time for us to say, let's roll it!
Oh, it's rolling down the street.
Let me die. Let me die.
I should have known he was as good as dead when they wheeled him in.
You did everything possible, everything you could, Dr. Collier.
Everything. Everything except save my patient.
Everything in the books. Now, Dad, do I have permission to take over and try things my way?
The operating room is no place to experiment.
He's dead. I can't do any harm.
Very well. The corpse is yours. Do what you want to do.
All right. Make an opening into the chest cavity. Apply 100 milliamps of current directly to the heart, then massage by hand. I'll handle the brain area.
By yourself?
By myself. Got to work fast, if it isn't too late.
You talk as if he's still alive.
He is. I just picked up a faint pulse beat.
Keep massaging the heart.
I am.
These electric shocks should stimulate the motor area enough to innervate the heart again. Then he won't need any external stimuli.
Keep away from the motor area. You'll paralyze him for good.
Which would you rather be, paralyzed or dead?
Try to play God. Some choices are not yours to make.
When the obstetrician has to decide which to save the mother or the child, who plays God then? It's part of the game.
Game? The human body's not a jigsaw puzzle to experiment on.
Still playing it safe like the other doctors, hmm? Might as well save my breath. Keep massaging the heart. You've already lost your patient, Doctor. I'm going to save mine.
His pulse is coming back stronger than ever. It's unbelievable.
Nothing's unbelievable if you have the nerve to experiment. I've been working on something like this for weeks.
In your laboratory?
I knew this would work if only I had the opportunity.
You don't conduct experiments on people. You should be sure of the results first.
I am now. Stop massaging the heart. Let's see if it can take over by itself. All right. Close up the chest. I'm about finished with the cerebral area. How's his pulse?
Strong and steady.
You did perform a miracle. I may not approve of your methods, but I am proud of your results. That was an amazing, even an extraordinary operation, son. But it still is too risky, too uncontrolled.
Saved his life.
And the after effects, what about them?
You've lost the urge to experiment, to explore.
You don't explore on people. Before you put a scalpel to one, an operation like this needs testing under every condition. Over and over again. Rabbits, mice, monkeys, not people.
That man who should be dead now won't think so. There's more to surgery than just being a carpenter to patch up walls or a plumber to drain pipes. Our bodies are capable of adjusting in ways we've hardly dreamt of. If we can only find the key. I'm so close now, so very close.
The key to what?
Complete transplantations. To be able to transplant limbs and organs. To be able to replace diseased and damaged parts of the body as easily as we replace eye corneas now. So that the new parts will join together as though they were born there.
It can't be done.
It can be done. With my new special compound I've created, I'll do it. I know I can do it.
Sure, sure. That's what you say.
That's what I know. I know I'm close.
Darling, I'm so proud of you, I could kiss you.
Promises, huh? Always promises.
Careful, your father's liable to report us.
And stop the floor show. When you two are married, it won't be fun to watch anymore.
Well, I can promise you one thing. Your grandchildren won't be test tube babies.
You better hurry if you want to catch that plane to Denver, Dad. You know that medical convention can't start without you.
Jan, you'd better check about my reservations.
Oh, yes, I'll call the airport. I'll be right back.
Bill, the line between scientific genius and obsessive fanaticism is a thin one. Now, I want you on the right side of it.
If I don't experiment, how can I hope to perform operations like the one you almost messed up?
But I can't cover up for you anymore. The superintendent had it out with me. He thinks it's you who's been stealing those limbs from the amputee operations.
So what if it is? I've got to have limbs for my transplant experiments. Test and experiment. Test and experiment.
Yes, but limbs and organs taken from people.
I've got to have them to work with. Sure, I've made a few mistakes, but I've learned from them. I've learned.
Your reservations are all set. 3:30 takeoff.
Well, what have you two planned for the weekend?
Oh, nothing much. It's a quiet weekend.
You sure you're not going up to the country house? You're always sneaking off up there. The place gives me the creeps. I should have sold it when your mother died.
You can't sell that place. Well, I mean, it's nice to get away from the city. I can work without anyone snooping around.
You spend too much time up there. All right, I'll see you both in a few days. Got to clean up and get out of here. Fine operation or not, Bill, you're walking on thin ice. Don't go too far.
Oh, every time you touch me, I go out of my mind. I want to kiss you. Bill, I want to get married. I can't stand not having you.
You've been wonderful.
I'd rather be a bride.
In a few more weeks, and nothing will keep us apart. We'll be together.
Dr. Kortner. I'm so glad you're here. I was afraid you'd gotten away. There was a very important phone message that came to you. It sounded quite urgent. I've been looking everywhere. It was from a man called Kurt. He called from the country place, and he said something terrible had happened. He wanted you to come right out.
Thank you. Well, you've always wanted to know what's kept me away from you so many weekends. Have you got the keys to your car?
Why haven't you ever taken me up here before?
Because the things I'm working on don't need an audience.
That telephone call. What about it?
All right, all right. Hold off the questions.
Why the mystery, Bill? What's it all about?
We'll be there soon enough. You'll see. I've got to hurry. all right. For God's sake, open the door. I'm coming. Mac, what's happened to you? It's been a terrible accident. I've got to save her. I've got to save her.
What is it? What have you got there?
Kurt, please. Sterilize the tubes and instruments quickly.
What are you going to do? Aren't you going to have a look in the closet first?
No, I can't now. This is more important.
But you don't understand.
For God's sake, Kurt, this is urgent. Do as I tell you before it's too late. I can't waste precious time arguing with you.
Eyelids. I saw them move. Can't be. My eyes are deceiving me.
What you see is real. What's done is done, and what I've done is right. It's the work of science.
I remember fire. Burning. Let me die. Let me die.
I've had success with transplants. Now I can do it for her.
Transplant her to what?
I brought her back. She'll live, and I'll get her another body. I can make her complete again.
Only a madman can believe that she could ever be like before.
Don't argue with me. I love her too much to let her stay like this. I'll restore her as before. You'll see.
Can't you realize? Can't you see? There's a pattern to all that lives. An order, an arrangement. She had a heart and a brain, and her spirit was in both, not in one or the other.
No. I'll give her a brain and a heart.
Yes, and what of her soul? You say you love her, and you can remember her love for you. Then how can you make of her an experiment of horror?
All the skill and science I possess was meant for this. Life has a pattern. The whole pattern of my life is shaping itself to save her now.
Then you intend to go through with it?
Yes. Sleep, my darling. Rest and grow stronger.
long do you think we can keep her alive under these conditions?
48. 50 hours at the most.
Yes. And you really believe you can work a transplant on her successfully?
Yes.
Like my arm. Withered and deformed.
Yours was an early experiment that failed. With her, I'm using my new adreno serum. It must work. I've got to go now. If the police or anyone call, tell them you don't know anything about it. I don't think anyone will trace us here because her body was burned in the wreckage.
Yes, of course, of course. Look, Bill, before you go, do have a look in that closet. It's the reason why I called you up here.
Keep it locked.
Last night it got so violent it almost broke out.
Oh. Oh, not through that thickness. Keep it closed. I've got to think about her now. Got to find her a body.
How are you going to go about getting one? Bill, how will you do it?
There are ways. There are ways.
What took you so long?
What made you think I'd come?
You know a good thing when you see it.
Yeah, there was plenty to see. I liked your act.
Is that all you liked?
Well, your costume, what there was of it, was interesting.
Is that all?
The rest of the equipment is standard. But, the arrangement is pretty special.
You know, tourists just looking at the sights. What are you doing here? Slumming?
Well, I get my allowance once a week.
Okay, if you're so loaded, you pay for the drinks.
I already did. Are you hustling for the house?
I hustle for myself. I'm the leading lady around here. I can sit with the squares out front, or I can relax back here with my friends.
I'll bet you don't have an enemy in the world. Hmm?
Let me die. Let me die.
Where are you from?
Oh, around. Just looking around.
When you get done looking, then what?
I operate.
I get your message. You're coming across. You could flip any chick in the house. Why me?
Well, like I said, I'm looking.
Well, you don't have to look any further. I'm not going to fake it for you.
When do you go on again, When?
Relax. I got another show yet, but it could be for you.
Oh, I was just asking.
Try taking. Are you getting nervous? I'm over 21.
Oh, it isn't that. I've just got things to do. Things to take care of.
Well, if I don't exactly make you sick, what could be more important that could be taken care of right now?
Well, I've got to see about helping somebody. Somebody who needs my help very badly.
You can't cut out of me now, baby. Now when you got me feeling so good. I'm so warm all over. I'm good for you. I know I'm good for what you want.
You may be just what I'm looking for.
You've got your nerve.
Oh, look who's talking.
Why'd you haul your beat-up body back to the bar with the rest of the flies?
Keep your G-string on. I only came in here to change my clothes. I got admission. Now I'd like to see the rest of the show.
Come back in half an hour and maybe you will.
Get lost. Hi, lover boy. I see you've met the queen. Hey. Come here, don't hide. You know, you've got the kind of face a girl doesn't mind looking at. Even out front, all the other girls are asking about you.
Get out of here. Choose company. Three's a crowd.
Who's to tell me to blow if I don't want to? This here's my dressing room, too. Remember?
It kills her to see me make time.
You're the only thing that's going to be made around here tonight. Honey.
Eat your heart out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd better be going,
What for? Look what you've done. You come busting with your 2 cents. Let me see you later. I'll make everything up to you. I swear I will.
Yeah. Come on back later. I'll remember you.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
You lousy tramp. Once in a blue moon, I latch into a guy with class, and you mess it up.
What makes you think you had him? He wouldn't have you on a bet.
Says who?
Says me. What's a guy like that want with leftovers for?
Leftovers?
Why, you cheap third-rate stripper! You unholy woman! You cheap fleecing harlot! Let go! Don't you ever call me well, go! There.
ghouls and ghouls, you're a third of the way through the movie. And as you can see, the movie is about a mad scientist doctor who's like one of the best skilled surgeons
Aren't
in
they
the
all?
whole world.
It's amazing how many mad scientists are brilliant surgeons.
But then he gets in an accident, and his wife's head gets severed. So he uses his knowledge of medicine to keep her alive as a disembodied head. And then he starts searching new body, place her head up. New she might.
It kind of reminds me a little bit. I don't know which one it was. Either Reanimator or one of the sequels, where they put good interest and use to a female head that was still alive.
Bye.
I don't remember. Was that Reanimator or is that one of the other ones?
No, the Reanimator. The regular Reanimator. It was his arch rival who hated him in the college, who died, but he reanimated his head. But then he learned how to control zombies and started trying to be a nuisance. Of course, and then him getting splattered.
Zombies are a great way to be a nuisance.
But in the sequel, even though his brain, he's splattered all over, somehow he came back, and then he grafted bat wings to himself and started flying around.
I think most of us would, if we could do it, would graft bat wings themselves and fly around.
Oh yes,
I mean that goes without saying.
I love all the Reanimator movies, especially Beyond Reanimator, where they have that little industrial disco song, "Reanimate Your Feet." But
words to live by.
Yes. Indeed. Well, in any case, so he saves her head, and then he's got this assistant whose arm is all deformed because he didn't quite perfect the thing to keep the body parts from being rejected by the system yet. And of course, mysterious black door. What's behind the sword? Unseen monstrosity. Waiting. Lurking. And thinking about the future, whoever happened to be in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, make sure it's a Friday or Saturday night. You check out the Times Community Theater because they play old cult, classic, and horror movies all the time. Friday nights are usually free. Saturday nights are usually $4, and $1 for popcorn and soda, $4 for beer, $2 for candy. Best part is, I work there all the time. So if you come in there, you might just see me. And he is a frequent guest.
No, the best part is the $1 popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best part.
It's really tasty movie popcorn. But in any case, it is time for us to announce the fan of the week, the super fan.
Super fan.
And today, it's Denise from Erie, Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
Also known as D.
Hey, D.
Yes. Now, there's a lot of reasons she's a super fan. First of all, she's an admin of our Facebook page where we post these Necromancy High and Emperor John Wayne's freaky flicks. And she's a loyal follower and a member of the JWK. She also used to do roleplay at fandomain.org, which you may find me and sometimes spicy and all that. And a lot of our other fans of the week. And before that, there was MySpace when that still existed.
MySpace was a big thing in the JWK once upon a time.
Right. Then they decided that it was no longer going to be MySpace, it was going to be Celebrity Space, so it died. And that's where we created fandomain.org, where a lot of people do role-playing and stuff. And if you ever want to write fan fiction or role-play your favorite character, go to fandomain.org, and you can play there. And maybe you might find D, or me. Wouldn't that be cool?
Cool, it's just the word I would use.
Yeah. I guess we said enough for now. So it's time for us to say, let's roll it!
You. Inside the closet. What has he done to you? I know there's someone there. Knock once if you hear me. And I'm not the first. Knock twice if I'm not the first. He should have let me die. I hate him for what he's done to me. If he only knew what it's like being like this. You know what it's like. Together we could have revenge. You want revenge? Brain's still untouched. And his keeping me alive has given me a power he didn't count on. Power that you can feel. Across this room and through that door. Can't you? Together, we're both more than things. We're a power as hideous as our deformities. Together, we'll wreak our revenge. I shall create power, and you will enforce it. You, the thing inside. Me, the thing out here. What's locked behind that door?
No normal mind can imagine something even more terrible than you.
No, my deformed friend. Like all quantities, horror has its ultimate, and I'm that.
There is a horror beyond yours, and it's in there, locked behind that door. The paths of experimentation twist and turn through mountains of miscalculation and often lose themselves in error and darkness. Behind that door is the sum total of Dr. Corton's mistakes.
He had no right to bring me back to this.
Perhaps not. Who knows? But you should know that before he injected the serum into that, it was but a mass of grafted tissues, lifeless. Just lay there, weighted down with its transplants of broken limbs and amputated arms. But with this serum, it began to breathe.
It's impossible.
Would you have thought possible what he's already done? Take yourself. He's brought you back. You live. Only a few years ago, all transplants were impossible.
That's what he's been doing up here where no one could see his work.
Yes. Experimenting with transplants on that. And on me. Letting him tear away my flesh time after time, test after test. My hopes shattering with each grafted arm he fastened to me. Watching it wither and warp. Instead of strengthening. You see, he's learned from his mistakes.
And you stayed with him, helping him in his grotesque work that he claims is for science.
Was there a place for me on the outside with this? A world where eyes would look upon me with pity, and people would turn away from me in disgust? No. The alcoholic has his bottle. The dope addict his needle. I had my research. I used to be a surgeon. It was my life. And one night in the laboratory there was an accident. They had to amputate my arm.
And he has used you to...
I had no choice. He was my only hope. A surgeon needs both his arms, not just one. Well, you see, my transplanted grotesqueness stayed. So did I. I live only for the day he can work a successful transplant to my body. That is why I stay.
Transplant my head onto another body.
Yes. And he's insane with the belief he can do it.
But the tissues of my body would reject the tissues of another. Reject it as the foreign substance it is. The transplant would never take it, would never stay in place. My blood's antibodies would attack it as they attack any invading matter.
Yes, but his new discovery, this new serum, may change all that. This serum injected into the bloodstream affects the lymphoid tissues. Here, in the neck. The lymphoids that provide the antibodies for the blood that attack foreign transplanted matter. It was untested, untried, till we used it on you.
So, that liquid in the blood that's being pumped through what's left of me is what makes me feel the... He may produce results he didn't ask for.
Results? You mean like this?
Results more terrible terrible than your arm of relative beauty. Results of power, of magnitude.
Power. What power? Can't you see that you're at the mercy of every element of the universe? How can you speak of power?
I have power. This liquid that he's pumped into me. My brain burns with it. That thing inside an iron touch. Want me to prove it?
You can prove nothing. You're powerless.
Show you how powerless I am. You. Behind that door. Let me know if you hear me. Whoever, whatever you are, I command you. You understand me. I'm only a head, and you're whatever you are. Together we're strong, more powerful than any of them.
What are you running from? What's wrong with you?
Oh, it's you. Something wrong, something beyond control in that room.
There's nothing beyond my control. She's alive, and I'll keep her alive until I find her a body. I can't talk anymore. I'm tired. I've got to go to sleep.
And you didn't find her a body?
Well, I've got to be careful. I can't afford to be identified as the last person seen with a girl before she disappears.
Do you think you'll get one?
There are many things left for tomorrow.
I was about to call a cop the way you were looking me over. How have you been, Bill?
Oh, just fine, Donna. I haven't seen you for quite a while.
Too long. I'm still waiting for that call you once promised me.
Well, you know how it is with interns. All work.
All work and no play even makes for dull doctors. You're gonna lose that bedside manner of yours. Say, how about a little side course in anatomy?
Yours? Anytime.
No, not mine. A Body Beautiful contest. You know, bathing suit models. Plenty of females on the hoof. Your eyes will have a field day. Interested?
Well, why not? You're just what the doctor ordered. Come on, jump in. On second thought, I just remembered I've got to stop by my place and take care of a few things. It'll only take a minute. You don't mind, do you?
I always follow the doctor's orders. Anything you prescribe, I'll take.
That's what I like about you, Donna. Always so obliging.
Hey, Donna, where are you going? What's the hurry?
Hi, Jeannie. We're going to look for some bodies.
You mean the contest?
Yeah.
Got any room for me?
Oh, sure, plenty. Bill, this is Jeannie Reynolds. Jeannie, this is Dr.
Hi.
Phil Courtner.
Hello.
Hop in, but first we got to stop off at his place.
Sure.
Well, as a matter of fact, that can wait.
Now that there's two of you, we'll have to wait.
Guess he thinks there's safety in numbers.
Well, this time there is.
We promised not to hurt you.
And I promise not to hurt you.
Yeah, looks fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, it looks like we're about ready to go. Backstage are 5 of the girls who have reached the contest finals, and we are here to choose Miss Body Beautiful. Now, we've eliminated everyone except the 5 finalists, and they will be judged solely by your applause. So let's bring them on. First, Helen Appleton. Betty Brompton. Terry Lund. Peggy Howard.
She has the second nicest body I've ever seen.
Second to you?
No, another girl, a figure model. You remember that one in school years ago? The one who had the accident.
Oh, yeah. Doris,
Doris Powell.
Yeah, she's still around?
Few people see her nowadays. She just stays in her studio posing for art classes and camera bugs.
Figure model. Poses for art classes. The nicest body she's ever seen. The nicest body. Maybe this is the one. She's got to be. I can keep Jan alive only for a few more hours. I've got to find her a body.
He intends to kill somebody. To rob them of their body. Do you hear me? Yes, you hear me. You know how Bill's egotism drives him on and on. To infamy upon infamy. Could ever be born of evil? Yet he claims his work is for science, for humanity. To be joined to flesh not your own. What's human in this? Of how you must exist, locked behind that door. We've got to stop him.
Okay, boys, I've had it for tonight.
Come on, baby, one more.
Just one more, please.
Another 5 minutes, baby.
Time's just about up anyway.
Okay.
Say, Doris, would you like to have a drink with me? Just you and me, away from everybody? Someplace where nobody will butt in, where you and I can really be alone.
No, thank you.
How about posing for me? Private like. I'll pay you real money, real good money. Kind of money they don't throw at you every day, and for doing hardly nothing at all.
I do my posing for classes only, Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 to 10.
Yeah, I know, but we can...
Good night. See it all, mister. The show's over. Next time, bring a camera and buy a ticket. I'm not running a charity.
You don't remember me, do you, Doris?
Every guy on the make gives me that same tired line.
I'm Bill Courtner.
Bill Courtner. Long time ago, that fight. You almost tore that wise guy apart for making fun of me. After my accident.
Look, can't we go somewhere and talk?
No, I don't date men. Because I pose like I do. Your mind works overtime. You get ideas. You're all alike.
Oh, not all of us. I'm not on the make for you.
Okay, so maybe you're better than most. Maybe not. I still hate all men. I hate them for what one did to me once. Have you forgotten? Well, have you?
No, I haven't forgotten.
Well, neither have I. I carry the memory around with me.
But you can't hide yourself away here forever, posing bare in front of a bunch of neurotics.
Listen, Galahad. I trusted a man once, all the way. What did it get me? He gets his head full of jealous lies, and I get...
You've got to forget what
How
happened.
can I forget? I carry the memory around with me. Am I so appealing to you now? Still so interested? Doesn't it make you sick? You don't even turn away from me, like everyone else does.
To me, you're not ugly. I see only beauty in you. You have a lovely body and a face that can be made beautiful again also.
Yeah. I've heard that song before.
I'm a doctor, I know. My father's one of the leading plastic surgeons. If anyone can help you, we can. I know I can.
I've been to doctors. It's no use. The scar tissue's too deep. No one can help me.
Yeah, that was a few years ago. Today, nothing's hopeless. We can graft scar and skin tissue that... Well, we can even freeze areas of the skin and sand away damaged skin tissues.
The way you say that look in your eyes, I almost want to believe you. I almost want to believe you.
Well, then start believing, hmm?
Even if your father could help me, I couldn't pay him the kind of money it would take.
Don't talk about money. He does a lot of work without any charge.
Why should you want to do this for me? What's in it for you?
I'm going to make your face beautiful again. Cut it off and give your body away.
I'm sorry, Bill. I have been knocked around so many times. I've lost count. It's tough living with this. I don't mean to sound ungrateful.
Well, because you've been battered around, don't go sour. You shouldn't lose your trust in people. Not all of us.
I believe you. I want to. Do you really think something can be done?
Only my father knows. Look, we have a country place just out of town. He's visiting for the weekend. I could take you there now for a consultation.
You mean tonight?
Well, if you'd rather wait till he comes back, if he comes back.
No. I mean, he wouldn't be annoyed being bothered with me so late at night.
Well, you let me do the worrying, hmm?
I'll do anything that'll help me get rid of this face.
Well, that's where I come in. Remember the last time I helped you? Where are you going? Who are you calling?
My girlfriend. I want to tell her the news.
Before you know what the verdict's going to be?
You're right. I shouldn't talk until I know what's going to happen. My girlfriend, she's supposed to drop in later. I'll have to leave her a note or something.
Well, just tell her you'll see you later. Otherwise, she'll ask a lot of nosy questions. We want to be sure first. Just throw something on, huh?
I'll be with you in a minute.
Just tell her you'll keep in touch. I'll leave it on the table. She'll see it.
Had to go out with old friend Bill Courtner. We'll call you tomorrow. Doris. Here.
I'll leave it on the lamp. She'll see it, won't she?
That's the first place she'll look. I'll leave the lights on for her. I have waited so long for this.
So have I.
At least the timing worked out good that time.
Yes. Welcome back, Boggles and Ghouls. You're 2/3 of the way through the movie. And as you can see here, the doctor's going around to all the strip clubs looking for the perfect hoochie mama to put his wife's head on, even though she doesn't want it to happen. Although she's developing psychic powers and has an ability to communicate with the monstrosity behind the black door.
It's so amazing how much time we spend in strip clubs looking for the perfect hoochie mama. Of course, we didn't want to replace their head necessarily.
No.
I mean, that wasn't necessary. I mean, after all, the perfect hoochie mama wouldn't have to have her head replaced.
True that. And boy, we would love to find a nice female counterpart to be one of our co-hosts because, well, beautiful women get views.
By us alone.
Yes, indeed. And well, we like diversity. Granted, we're pretty diverse ourselves. I mean, we're all across the spectrum.
That's true.
Both the mental spectrum and all the other spectrums.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not exactly.
We cover most of the bases. I mean,
yeah, we're definitely not your normal people. We're not your grandfather's horror host. But that's because we like the good stuff that they can't get over there. So, is there something we should say about this movie that I forgot?
No, you covered a lot of the bases.
Mm-hmm.
No famous names in it, but still a fun movie.
Very fun, very fun. The only thing you can say is that when they released it, at the end credits, some of them said the head that wouldn't die, because at one time they thought of that using that name.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But the head also kind of made it seem a little more obvious that it was similar to that German movie called The Head. And also, the brain just sounded a little cooler. Even though she had a whole head, not just the brain, but, you know.
Well, details.
Yeah. In any case, you know you're dying to see what happens next. So it's time for us to say, let's roll it!
Again. Hit it again. Got to see your hideousness. You've got to see mine. Wonder which of us is more awful. Nothing you can be is more terrible than what I am. A head without a body. A head that should be in its grave. I hate him. I hate him for what he's done to me. Can your horror match mine? Quiet. Someone's coming.
I have come to feed your friend. While you feed yourself with hate, it prefers food.
Your former sniveling fear becomes you more.
Yeah. What makes you think I'm afraid of what's in there? Or of you? A mere head in search of a body.
People fear what they don't understand and what they can't see.
What are you talking about? You're nothing but a freak of life. And a freak of death. Why should I be afraid of a few knocks on a door?
But last night you ran. You were afraid of what you imagined lay behind that door.
I? Imagined? It was I who helped graft together the bits and pieces that were stolen from the hospital. An amputated arm, a leg, a torso. It was I who helped piece them together like a monstrous jigsaw puzzle.
And that same medicine that he's fed to me to activate my lymphoid tissues. Has he fed it to that?
No. No, on that he used an earlier formula. It wasn't as successful as the serum he's using on you. But it was enough to allow the transplants to take. If your experiment is successful, then it'll be my turn.
And what else has happened to it?
You mean, what else? Well, it's mutated some, of course. It's changed considerably.
Why don't you open the door? And we'll both see how it's changed.
Listen, you. I warn you. You better stop pestering me, do you hear? I'm getting fed up with you and your insidious talk. He should have cut out your tongue while he was at it.
Afraid?
Afraid of whom? Of you? No. Not anymore.
But of it.
Nor of it. He only keeps it locked in there so that it'll be safe, that's all.
Safe? From me?
You he prolongs your existence into a lifetime of agony. Then we'll see who's laughing at whom. You miserable fool!
Get him!
Ah, no!
Get him! Kill him!
You and your father live here?
Only on weekends when we want to get away from the city.
This place certainly is lonely.
Well, the further from prying eyes, the better. I mean, it's nice and quiet here. We can get away from the noise and telephones.
Oh, I guess it is.
Well, sit down, sit down. I'll fix us a drink, huh? My father should be back soon.
You mean he's not here now?
Oh, come on now, Doris. Do I look like a maniac who goes around killing girls? Now, you've got to learn to trust people. You know, people like me, really.
I'm sorry. I trust you. I trust you with my life.
Well, I can't ask for any more than that. I'll be right back.
I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
Forgotten you? Why, Doris, you've become very important to me. Very important. I put a little water in it so it wouldn't be too strong for you.
Fine. I'm not a very heavy drinker.
Neither am I. Well, here's to your future, whatever it may be.
I'll drink to that. It's getting awfully warm in here. I feel kind of funny. Bill, you put something in my drink, didn't you?
I told you I'd bring you a body. A beautiful one. Soon it will be yours.
Bill, you can't.
Yes, I can. I want you as a complete woman, not part of one. Is it a crime to want to keep you alive? Is it a crime for science to jump ahead by years? This kind of thing must be done. When it's over, you'll see. I've got to hurry now. The drug will wear off soon and she'll be awake. When she does come to, it will be your head consciously awakening for her.
You must be stopped. You must.
And who's going to do it? It's got to be quiet here.
Can't stop me.
Very well.
I told you to let me die.
Welcome back, boggles and ghouls! You made it all the way through. Now, before we say anything else, I gotta say, the monster survived at the end and ran off. Now, a lot of people don't know is there's an actual sequel to this movie where the monster, after he left, found a group of criminal pirates that adopted him as their child and renamed him Sloth. Yeah, where he was like guarding a pirate ship's treasure for the evil family until a bunch of kids came.
Wow.
And this one kid, what they call the kid? Chunk?
Chunk.
Chunk?
Oh, yeah, the Truffle Shuffle.
The Truffle Shuffle Chunk came and became his good friend, and then he betrayed the pirate family to save these Goonie kids.
Wow.
Yeah, so I guess...
That's something, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Those movies are so similar, too.
I mean, you look at that monster, and you look at Sloth, tell me I'm wrong. Granted, Sloth was a little bulkier, but that's because he decided to work out once he got free.
Probably ate better when he got out of that place.
Well, right, because, I mean, they just had him locked in a closet and weren't feeding him much or nothing.
Right.
They were just treating him like...
No air or sunlight to help him grow. I mean,
Right.
You gotta have the proper environment, you know.
So in any case, now it's time for us to execute all the normal things, including smash the like button and share our video. And you can also try to prove to us you made it all the way through by...
Well, comments. Let us know. Give us a line. He already said this, to like, share, and subscribe, which is important. But let us know. Give us feedback. You can do it on here, comment in the video, or you can go on Facebook. We're on there. We're lurking there too. And you can leave comments there as well. We love to hear from you. If you have any suggestions, that's great. We would love to hear them. And bear in mind, we are limited somewhat with what movies we can show, so we may not be able to do requests yet. But if we get enough likes, and we get a big enough audience, we may be able to do more movies.
And
get to do the ones we
speaking
want.
about a bigger audience, those of you living in the Oshkosh area will be able to see us soon on TV. Tell them the channel.
It's Oshkosh Life. Oshkosh Life. It's a public access from Oshkosh Media. It's a local public access channel.
And you're going to see us on there. We're going to have two shows. That's pretty good. We'll have the Emperor John Wayne's Freaky Flicks, where we play our regular movies like this one. And then we're going to have Emperor John Wayne's Video Nasties, where we play the ones that are not safe for work. The ones that have a little bit of excessive violence, gore, nudity, sex,
That
whatever.
stuff will be on late at night.
Yeah.
We don't know what the time is.
Between midnight and 4 o'clock.
Yeah, so the others are our regular show. We don't know yet, but we'll keep you posted.
We will keep you posted. So, if you like our movie, make sure you share it with everyone and have all your friends and family watch it. And if you don't like it, share it with all your enemies and all the fiends you can't stand. Because misery loves company.
And so do we.
Until next time, we will be lurking in your nightmares and haunting your dreams.
And digging through your underwear drawer.
Evil laugh!